Hello there. Brussels and Dublin are now smelling the potential victory of a united Ireland within the European Union. The EU post-Brexit negotiator Maros Šefčovič has declared that Brussels will never back down over the protocol that places a UK breaking border in the Irish Sea. Something a source close to Liz Truss, the UK Foreign Secretary, called alarming. And now the internal UK division that this Theresa May inflicted abomination has caused has resulted in a fully divided unionist community in Northern Ireland. All helped along by every anti-Brexit MP, Lord and civil servant in Westminster. They did it. And Sinn Féin has now picked up the dropped baton and become the largest party in the Northern Ireland Assembly, and everyone could see it coming. Sinn Féin now has 27 seats and the DUP has 25, with Alliance in third with 17 seats, the UUP in fourth with 9 seats and the SDLP in fifth on 8 seats. And after this, the EU will, with Sinn Féin help, hope to double down on the protocol in order to split Northern Ireland economically and politically away from the rest of the UK, whatever the majority of the people who live there actually want. And all the while there will be much huff and puff from the likes of Boris Johnson and Liz Truss, but no action. They will not trigger Article 16, nor will they unilaterally dismantle the protocol. They seem to be following a path of gradually hiving Northern Ireland off of the UK and into the arms of Dublin and Brussels. But the protocol does not have to be forever, and more on that later. But Sinn Féin won't be able to do that much, as the Unionists do outnumber them in Stormont still. That is, if they agree to power sharing. Now, according to the DUP leader Jeffrey Donaldson, every Unionist candidate standing in the election stood in opposition to the protocol and attracted some 360,000 votes. 40% of all votes cast were explicitly for parties who oppose the protocol. Given that the political institutions in Northern Ireland operate on the basis of cross-community consensus, the lack of any unionist support for the protocol means that it is unworkable, as it does not command sufficient consensus. And he went on to say that the view of unionism is clear, and that the government must act on the protocol now. The Irish sea border must go, and the protocol must be replaced by arrangements that restore Northern Ireland's place within the United Kingdom internal market, he said. While a Foreign Office source said that it was disheartening that the EU Commission was intent on continuing its hardline approach, despite the political and economic damage the protocol is causing in Northern Ireland. And also that the Belfast Agreement is being undermined and the situation is now very serious. Both the Prime Minister and Foreign Secretary have always been clear that action will be taken if solutions can't be found. And now that they are the biggest party and will have the post of First Minister, Sinn Féin is calling for the power-sharing executive to be restarted immediately, despite having a history themselves of making demands and walking away from the power-sharing executive when it suited them. They want to get on with breaking up the UK, of course. But the DUP is refusing to participate until such time as the protocol is dealt with to their satisfaction. And the US Biden administration has waded in and also called for the power-sharing executive to be restarted. All because Biden wants the protocol enforced rigorously in order to break up the UK and result in a united Ireland. All for his Irish-American voter base, not because it's good for the people of Northern Ireland. Now, the knee-jerk reaction from the Tory government will probably be to try and bribe the Northern Ireland electorate with lots more money and lots more devolution, just like with Scotland. All that does is encourage people to vote for those that can increase the pressure every year by threatening to press the breakup of the UK button when required, and get even more money as a result. But at some stage the English taxpayer will wonder if it's still worth paying to keep the union together. Now is the time for a massive overhaul of UK funding and the scrapping of the Barnett formula so that funds can be properly distributed about the UK instead of being lazily allocated by spreadsheet. Now is the time to, at a minimum, use Article 16 to put right the overzealous way that the EU is operating the protocol in their attempt to gain Northern Ireland. Article 16 is a fully legal and proper way to deal with this. It's part of the agreement that the European Union signed up to, so they cannot complain. And if they try to punish us for this, remove all EU fishing vessel licences as a starter for 10. But remember, the protocol does not have to be forever. There is an inbuilt consent mechanism. In December 2024, 2.5 years' time, there has to be a vote instalment to allow the protocol to continue for another period of 4 or 8 years, depending on whether the vote gets cross-party support or not. If it is voted out, then it continues for just a further 2 years so that a new arrangement can be sought. But that vote could cause a lot of ugly friction, unless the protocol problems are sorted out now.